Happy Friday, everyone. It's good to be back with you again. We had a really interesting week this week. I had an opportunity to get to Tallahassee and to be with my staff. And I love it when I can do the face to face or mask to mask, if you will, as we had our staff meeting this week. In our staff meeting, we spent the time talking about what we're going to be doing next year, putting all of our plans together. Let me just say how proud I am of my staff and the work that they're doing. We talked about the corporate culture of the Florida Coalition for Children. And the thing that I primarily wanted from them was to make sure that we are understood as a very professional organization, very accessible organization, that we are one that cares deeply for our folks and that we're very kind to them. And then ultimately that we're very innovative in some of the approaches that we're working on, many of the things we're working on. I hire professionals. I ask them to bring the motivation and I'll bring the inspiration. And we have a great team, and I'm very proud of them. I'm proud of what they're doing and some of the great ideas we have for the future. Let me tell you what, this should sum it up in a word that I would say about the members of my staff, and I certainly hope about me, is that we're servant leaders, and that our goal is to serve you, both in professionalism and all of the things that we can do to help you, but be there to serve you as you're out there working for children and families. And this is a great charge for us. Secondly, we had a great board meeting, 3 hours and 15 minutes, and without any breaks. And but we discussed a lot. Particularly, we spent some time. This is the time when we always kind of focus on our legislative agenda. I want to thank Victoria and her team for the legislative team that did a great job this year of addressing some of the key issues we need to be paying attention to for the session. And we spent some time talking about budgets and other things. So again, I think our team is prepared and ready to go. With some of the stuff that we're going to be working on. And we are working in collaboration with the department and other stakeholders on key matters this year. We've had an opportunity to spend some time with both of the staff in the House and the Senate. And we're very, very pleased with sort of the conversations this year. We believe there's some real positive things that are going to come out of this session. We look forward to working with our stakeholders in the Capitol, both the House and the Senate, our leadership there, members, all the folks there. We're looking forward to having a robust conversation, even though it's going to be very challenging with COVID about how we even get into the halls and have those conversations. So we'll probably be doing a lot of this video conferencing back and forth and having those conversations. I've actually set my staff up so that we can do a lot of that. So you'll see more of that in this coming year. And then finally, Lisa, we had a great meeting yesterday with the secretary and his team and our small group. This is an opportunity for us to be very candid. We bring the good news and the bad news at times. And then we begin to start working on some of the solutions that we believe are important to address. Listen, we don't always get along on some of these things. We can talk about it, but I think we've become very collaborative in our real approach. And so I appreciate our leadership team of the coalition and the secretary and his leadership team. I followed those conversations up with a national conversation with our NOSAC folks yesterday on our monthly meeting with our national folks. So we have a lot going on. There's a lot with FFPSA. There's a lot of issues that we've got to address in our own legislature and how we're going to deal with some of that. All right, well, let me close with this. So this is the holiday season, the Christmas season. It is what's the song say? It's the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, enough of my singing. But I can tell you, it is a wonderful time. It's time for families, time for people to get together. But it's also a time of a lot of stress. And quite frankly, it's a time that we hear of a lot of depression. So let me encourage you to do this. Let me encourage you to be ones that during this season look for the opportunity to bring peace, to bring a sense of joy and loving kindness to people, but also to be healers. And when I say that's really the charge of what our organization is. We don't just provide child welfare services. We provide healing for children and families. And so I just really encourage you to do that. Take this opportunity this season to look for that opportunity. And with that, to all my friends, thanks for all you do. God bless you. We'll look forward to talking to you again next week.